But after a while, you get tired of sounding bad. So you're like, we have to figure this. We have to fix this. So eventually, I fixed it. But in church, they'd be like, "Oh, you too R&B for church," and so it would just always be a disconnect situation. So yeah, it was just kind of like I wanted to do that. I didn't know that it was gonna be to this capacity. Like I went to Westchester High School, and I didn't really.
That sounds prestigious.
Not really. It wasn't prestigious. It was away from Crenshaw and Dorsey. Like it was like that way.
I've heard of those.
Yeah, like I wanted to go there, but I went to Westchester because it was just I went to Overwright and then Westchester, and it was like the fashion schools, but like it was still ghetto. I needed a little bit of ghetto. I'm not gonna lie, it's just in me.
Oh, okay.
And so I went there. I was supposed to leave in 10th grade and go to Hamilton because Hamilton was the performing arts school, but I was just so engulfed in Westchester and just that. So I wasn't really singing. I was singing in the hallways and like on Instagram, but I wasn't like really singing like that. KJLH came to my school, did like a talent show thing for like inner city youth, and so I did that. The guy who his name is Brandon Rainey, he does like plays and like stuff in Inglewood and stuff like that. He came to one of my rehearsals. He was doing Lion King, and so then I got engulfed in there, and that's kind of how it started. Was doing that, then got the Kanye gig, did the Kanye West Sunday service gig for like 3 years. Went to the cruise.
Singing in the choir?
I sang that. I sang that for like 3 years. Started at Coachella in like 2019.
Are you doing his new choir?
No, I'm not about to cut my hair and be bald headed and tie you a little bill for nobody.
That came across our
I just
email.
I just couldn't. And I told people, like, the people who've been in the choir, and if you shave your hair for that, I'm judging you. I know the thing is, like, we listen and we don't judge. I have my gavel, and we're going to court. You're going to jury duty with me. Because it's no way that you're cutting your hair for somebody who changes his mind so fast. You could cut your hair and then be bald, and he'd be like, I don't want to do this no more.
Like Tyra Banks, like on America's Next Top Model. I don't want you no more. I'm sending you home.
And you're going home.
Yes.
Like change people's whole look and send you home. Like I could never.
I would have to fight her. You're not gonna make me shave my whole fucking head, and then now you're sending me home.
But she's not.
That same week.
That same week.
I punch. But yeah, so and I can honestly say that when I was with the choir, it was one of the greatest moments of my life.
Nice.
We didn't.
Easy to work with.
Yeah, we didn't do it. He wasn't angry. He wasn't spazzing out on us. Like, well, can we say spaz on us? He wasn't going. Sorry, I'm trying to be correct, but he wasn't like going.
You can't say spaz on TikTok.
No, you can't say it. No, like Beyonce put spaz in her song, and it was like it's what is that? It's a slur. It's a slur against. You can't say
no.
Golly.
Like
slur
mentally,
against what?
like
you're mentally challenged.
like a mentally challenged.
Oh my
slur.
God.
You knew that?
You're having an episode.
No, but I be saying it so loose, I'm like, oh, spaz out.
Yeah. And she was like,
I guess that's why you say crash out now.
Crash out.
Yeah. So like you can't. Yeah. So I be trying to like. I can't say that. It was. They say I can't say Indian giver. It's like that's a slur.
Oh,
Indian.
That's a slur.
I didn't know.
But that makes sense. I remember. I used to say that all the time.
I didn't know that growing up that was okay.
Yeah.
Like so
That
it's
was the
just
thing
like
we
it's
always
just so now talking more. Like now I know just certain stuff I can't say. But yeah, so he never did none of that. We was traveling. He took us all around the world, changed my life really. So just doing that, I enjoy myself. But the man that he is now is not the man that he was then. I don't know what this man is now. The whole wearing Sean John is crazy. The pot stickers, whatever it is, necklace. That's a mess. What else? Dressing up with the
KKK,
a cute triangle,
brand,
KKK, Kanye thing. I can't do saying that it's leather KKK. Like, what are we doing? I just can't get with that. And for a while, I didn't say nothing because like,
is it for attention? Like we said with WWE with the clout thing, is it just for attention to keep himself relevant, or is he just?
I think he's lost at this point. Like I feel like when
half and half. I think it might be a little bit of both. He's lost, and maybe he's thinking he's futuristic with the shit.
Even more reason why he need Sunday service. Jesus is still king, right?
And when we were doing that, like we could tell, like he loved being around. He would be in rehearsals, all that, because he loved being around that energy, like that. I feel like his Christian journey was real. I feel like he was a new Christian, and I feel like he was just a new Christian with money. I feel like if you in church and you know a new Christian come, they dedicated. They join every auxiliary. They come into every service, praise team, mime, step, all that. Like they're everywhere. But then you know, he just had money, so he wanted to recreate walking on water. He wanted to recreate what he saw in the Bible, what he was reading, and I can't be mad at that. But people didn't. There's like, it's a blasphemy. No, like he just has money.
Yeah.
If you could do that for your Easter program, you would.
Yeah.
But you don't have the budget for it, so you have to get a cardboard box and make a cross. You can't go get the real cross. So
Yeah.
I think that's just what it was. So I don't know what it is now. I don't know, and I can't
But
really.
being with him inspires you.
It inspired me a lot just to see somebody have that much can make anything happen. Like it would be a time where he'd be like, I want to make we would be in Burbank at Center Staging. Have y'all been there before? Center Staging? It's like a rehearsal space, and like it's like mirrors and just like floor.
Nice.
He said, I want to make that a garden. We'll be in rehearsal in the regular space. Tomorrow we walk in, it's a garden. Flowers on the wall. It's like the Garden of Eden. Flowers. How did you do that in under 24 hours?
Yeah.
I love that.
It's
I
like
imagine being able to do that.
Like he did Coachella late. It was Jay Chella, and it was supposed to be on the stage. He built the stage from the ground up, and we had to walk up. It was like 50 feet. We had to walk up that, and like we were singing. That's how the circle was made, and we were singing. I had sunburn on my forehead because we were literally that high up, and he made it happen. He didn't want to perform there, so just to see somebody make all their dreams come true, had an idea, executed, it was very inspiring. And it
Especially
just
for you as an artist.
yeah, and it helped me
What
put
do
out
you
my
wanna
first EP, helped me put out merch. I didn't go to college, so I was just very LA. I didn't know nothing but LA, so I didn't travel nowhere, nothing. That was my first time traveling. And I just met so many people from Chicago, from Detroit, from Atlanta, and it was like my college experience because I didn't get that. So it changed my life, like definitely. And I was singing with the best singers ever. Like people I used to watch, like on The Voice and American Idol, and singing behind Nicki Minaj, Keisha Renee, and just people that's just amazing. So I'm grateful, and I was one of the youngest there. I was 23 when I joined, and it was only somebody who was like 21, but everybody else was like 30s and like 35s and been in the game. So it was just cool to learn, and I was the baby in the group, and I'm grown. I'm 29, so yeah.
I love that you got the experience.
I got to
That
experience
sounds-
that. It changed my life.
That's a dope experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With Kanye, that's dope. How did you decide to go from that to transitioning to the social media phenom that you are now?
So I was in the choir. I left the choir because I went to do American Idol for a little bit.
That's my show. Watching it now. You watching now?
Yeah, I love Gabby Simone. My friend's on there. Gabby Simone.
She's dope, but I think the other dude gonna win church.
He's
Young
not going to
dude.
win. They put all the church people on there for a reason, and they
He's the best.
They church you
We'll
into.
we'll talk about that
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
Okay? He gonna win, Brandon.
What,
If
they-
I show you
I'll watch
him,
it.
he gonna win.
The America don't like church.
Ruben Studdard won.
Yeah, but that's a different era though.
30 years ago.
And Ruben Studdard wasn't singing church. Like even Fantasia wasn't on there. Oh
But,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
but all of his
Like,
songs aren't gonna be church. You know, once you get into
all
the
his songs have been church.
so far, but you know, once you get into the competition, you gotta pick the songs for the type of genre they get.
Yes, but the requirement, like what people don't know is that now it's a storyline thing. Like American Idol isn't the same. Like they used to just want
It's not.
talent.
It's
Now
not.
it's the thing. My friend
Yeah.
Roman Collins, he went on there and like specifically like they asked for, they want you to be the church singer. They want you like there's like this is what we need you. This isn't on the show. We need you to fill this void.
Yeah.
So they
Characters. They give you little
they
characters
called
on it.
him to be the church singer, which is why he's singing down. But it just gets after a while it's gonna be like, okay, we're tired of church. Unfortunately.
Damn.
But my friends Gabby Simone is on there, Jay Marie
good.
is on there, Alec Walls is on there. They ain't showed him
Yeah, I
yet,
haven't
but
seen him.
he's on there. Alec Walls is on there. But like but even when I did it, like it was a lot of people that made it past the audition, and they did not show them.
Because they didn't have a storyline.
Yes, like they wanted to show people. Like, it was this girl who had like a baby voice, but she sounded great when she sang. But it was like Baby Alive, like it was like that, and they showed her.
Gotta have a gimmick.
Yes, that's what it is now, unfortunately. And so the people who need to be seen don't really be seen as much because of that type of stuff.
Yeah,
So
they want them. It's more of an entertainment
Yes.
value than the actual.
and they do seasons so fast, like the winner don't even matter. Like they already have casted for the next American Idol season, and they're already filming that. You don't even know, but it's
Yeah.
happening in real time.
Didn't know that.
But yeah, so I did American. No, I almost forgot. Bring it back. Did American Idol for a little bit. It was scripted for me not to make it past a certain point. They made me feel like I was this only person from LA. I was crip walking down the street and like it was a whole thing. Like Say This Show City, it was a whole thing just for them to show it. And they said I auditioned in Texas. It was a whole situation. I sang like 3 songs. They only showed like 5 seconds of like my second song because I killed my first one. They couldn't even deny it, but they didn't show it.
Damn.
It was weird. That's a whole nother story. So we did that. left there. I was devastated. Not gonna lie, I was hurt because I felt like that was my big break, and I messed it up. And so I just waited. I ended up doing like the Grammys with Lil Nas. I did like some other stuff, just background work. And then I got called for the cruise ship gig. So I sang on the cruise for like 2 years. Did like 36 countries singing on the cruise with my friend Dez, who did the voice. And then from there I got bored on the cruise, so I just started doing reviews, talking about shows on the cruise. And it just started blowing up. I started with All American and Power Ghost.
Okay. Brother loves Power.
I love Power too.
Yeah.
We're here. So I started with those two. It started going viral. And then I started doing Baddies West.
Okay.
And once I was viral there, but once I started doing Baddies West, it really just took off. So it was them 3 shows. And I was only doing TV shows. Only doing TV shows at first. And then I was like, let me get into pop culture. Why not?
Yeah.
Because people just asking, like, they love my opinion on shows. It was like, so what do you feel about this? What do you feel about this? And I'm like, well, why not? Transitioned into that and then just started blowing up. So then it just became my job. I stopped going to the cruise because it was hard to do both.
Really?
Yeah, because...
You sing on a certain time during the cruise. You got the rest
But you
of the
gotta
day
think,
to you.
I was in Australia at some point, and the time difference is crazy. So while I'm on stage, the shows are premiering, and then on the cruise,
So you can't watch the show. It's a review.
yes, because certain shows like HBO isn't in certain countries, or Netflix isn't in certain countries. I was trying to watch P Valley on Stars, and I can't watch it because either Netflix is not available in that country, so now I have to find a separate site and go and get out. And the boat has certain Wi-Fi, and everybody trying to get on the Wi-Fi. So me trying to upload a video would take an hour.
Damn.
To upload a 5-minute video, which will only take me 2 minutes here, and then you can't get off TikTok. You have to stay on TikTok to upload the video. So I would have to go do something else. So it was just gaps of time, and it worked at first, but once brands started hitting me and networks started hitting me to like do that stuff, I couldn't do both.
So at a certain point, you transitioning into media and being a creator, like that began to replace the income that you were making from being an artist?
I was making more on land than there. Like it's sometimes where I would do Love Is Blind, and I would make like $3,000 off of one video.
Okay.
And that's like the salary of a month of a
Being on that cruise.
So tell our audience, like, what steps did you take in order to like become a creator that makes money off of your content?
That's what everybody cares. That's why everybody's doing this now. Streaming, social media. I don't know why you don't stream. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I was just gonna say something before you started saying that. I was gonna actually start streaming on Twitch actually, because I have a homegirl that's been telling me she's been making bread from Twitch, and she was like, you don't even have to necessarily know how to play the games.
You don't.
If you actually, that's what I'm saying. So I was actually gonna start streaming on Twitch probably sometime beginning of next month, and I was gonna see how that starts rocking out.